everyone. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We've got the UConn Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
Now the starting group for the UConn Huskies. They've got Martin, and it's Splitter in its center. And the dunk by Joseph.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
On the basket by Jones.
We're in the paint.
And you look at the long list of former players from the University of Michigan. A lot of big-name NBA players got their start as Wolverines. It's been that way for a long time.
And Joseph kicks today. Pass to Martin. Lets it go from deep. And it's Michigan with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Freak passes to Flash. The feed to Freak. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
It's Crawford on the wing. Dishes it to Freak. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
On defense, the Huskies. It's a 5-point game. To the wing right side. Screened by Ellis. Kicks it out to Jones. The three. And the basket good. Jones has got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Wolverines.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
What are you doing?
So Michigan ends up going with the knee. Michigan with the ball. They've got a 10-0 run going on the floor for UConn. We've got Keith, and it's Martin in at the 4.
And finally, someone scores.
I tell you what, Greg, it's not been pretty, I'll say that much. These offenses have been really struggling.
Keith passes to Martin. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. The Wolverines leading by 13.
Yo, what up, King?
Well, you could pick any team in the NBA, and the Husky that played for him at some point. UConn.
Same to you, bro.
Has had a big impact on the NBA.
Bro.
I mean, UConn has had a lot of NBA talent pass through their school. I mean, it speaks volumes about how well they are able to develop talent and win championships.
A wide open three. They need much better communication defensively.
The dish now to Freak, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. The Wolverines making a switch here. Ellis is checked in. There's 1:26 left to play in the first half. Day, the pass to Keefe. To the inside, Splitter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And, you know, you look at the Huskies, a big part of why they get so many future NBA guys is they recruit very well on the East Coast and around the country, for that matter. They are a premier destination school in the Northeast, and that part of the country loves its hoops.
Joseph dishes to Splitter. There's the triple. That drops. Splitter's got it back down to within single digits for the Huskies.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter. And guys, just thinking about all the great NBA players from UConn. Ray Allen now retired, but he's the biggest name. How about Rudy Gay, Andre Drummond, Kemba Walker, Shabazz Napier? I mean, you could go on and on with the Huskies.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
That one misses.
I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there. I'll bet he didn't either, as good a foul shooter as he is.
Jennings kicks to Reed. 16 feet away. Cannot hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Wolverines leading by 7. And time now for the halftime break with the second half of basketball right around the corner. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Let's go, and while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
Freak, he's in at center. Jones is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2 spot. And for the Huskies, they've got Martin, and it's Joseph in at the 3. On the court for Michigan, Freak in at center. Ellis is out there with Jones. Then there's Flash, and it's Crawford at the 2-guard spot. Well, for a long time, Michigan has been a big power in men's basketball, really in all sports. The school has a very strong program.
No doubt, the Wolverines love their sports. Easy to cheer for the basketball program with all the success they've had over the years.
Teams changing it up here. UConn trails by 3.
And for the Wolverines, they have one official title in 1989. Have made it into the college championship game a lot of other times. Finished 5 times as the runner-up.
On the floor for UConn, we've got Keefe, and it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Flash. It's Ellis on the wing, guarded by Keefe. Here's Freak. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And there have been some highs and lows in the Michigan program. Overall, you have to give them credit for being a persistent presence in the tournament. A lot of iconic moments have involved the Maize and Blue.
So often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Screened by Ellis. Crawford kicks the Freak, and stolen by Splitter. And it's the Huskies on the break. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Wolverines.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. here's Freak. Splitter covering. 1:21 left here in the second half. Flash passes to Freak. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. And Michigan leads by 4.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here is Day. .109 left to play in the second half. Splitter sets a screen. Day dishes to Splitter. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Freak.
It's been a good one for Splitter. He has 11 points and 1 steal as well.
And he's unable to get anything at the line this time. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Outside, Jones. There's Freak. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about knees, my man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Here is Day. Leans from outside, and he can't bank that one in. And an intentional foul right there. 34 seconds left here in the second half. And now we've got the intentional foul. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
And so the first one is good. He'll stay at the line for one more try.
At the line for 2.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's an 8-point game.
Some good numbers for Jones. He has 8 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Jones at the line for 2.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. The Huskies on offense.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
And the pass to Freak.
Got it. Let's get the ball inside.
He kicks it to Cunningham. Now Freak launches a 3, and that's going to be a treble. And so it's Michigan winning this one, even early. Welcome, everyone. It's the night we've all been waiting for. The college tournament finale is upon us. And for two teams, this marks the end of an incredible journey. And the energy is contagious here in the building. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance. But now, this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the force line. Well, Wisconsin has had a bit of renaissance in their program of late, Clark. Last decade and a half have seen them put up some great seasons.
And you know, Kevin, the Badgers weren't really a major powerhouse.